This is Devil David from the Strange Stones, and today you have found us hiding out here at Greer Heritage Museum in Greer, South Carolina. Come join us as we talk about the history of this building, its strange secret passages, a weird casket on the inside, and we also interview Jonathan Lovegrove, one of the local historians. So pull up a plot and let's look at the Strange Stones. Greer Heritage Museum was originally built as part of the post office in 1935 as part of FDR's Works in Progress administration. Its restrained colonial revival style was supposed to give rise to function over form in government buildings. In 1964, the post office moved to a bigger building, and then the building served as Greer City Hall until 2008, when it became the city center for Greer history that it is today. All of the artifacts are donated from the community, so you'll find an eclectic hodgepodge of local history in every corner. Strange oddities vary from Depression-era ration peanut butter to pictures of shoeless Joe Jackson playing ball on the local mill team. Greer Heritage Museum exhibits the fascinating and forgotten of local country living, but hidden in the walls is a secret history. When U.S. Department of the Treasury architect Donald G. Anderson designed the Greer Post Office, he added a little something extra for the postmaster to spy on employees and patrons alike. With his own special entrance, the postmaster was the only person privy to the key to these secret passageways, also known as lookout galleries. The post office built uncomfortable, cramped, little musty quarters that the postmaster would use to spy on employees and patrons for mail theft. After coming through this special entrance, the agent could peek through the slots in the walls and ceilings into what was bathrooms, straight down into the vault, and right down into the action of the showroom. These passageways were built into the post offices until the 80s, but Greer Heritage Museum is an exquisite example of when this was the main form of security for a place that might hold more money than the town bank. On July 2, 1904, William Zonk Foster didn't think the day he had this picture taken would be his last day on Earth. He had only been with the department for 2 years. He put on the uniform he was just issued and stopped in to have his picture taken at his wife's insistence before beginning his night shift. It was 2 days before the July 4th holiday, and his wife was heavy with her third child, Edith. Locals say he was chasing bootleggers into the wooded area near the old Wayside Inn, right near this building. He was shot 3 times and found with 2 empty whiskey bottles near his body. 3 men, Watt Nobles, Boyce Stone, George Downs, were held for his murder, but they were later acquitted on lack of solid evidence. The prosecutors and everyone in the courtroom believed the defendants had done it. During a recess in the trial, someone set 2 new whiskey bottles on the table in front of the defendant's seat. Zonk Foster was the first Greer policeman killed in the line of duty. No one has ever been convicted for his murder. Wicker coffins, or transfer baskets, were used to store and transfer bodies before being moved for burial or while waiting for a doctor to come pronounce the individual deceased. These lightweight coffins were common during the Civil War as they moved easily and were a lower cost to produce than wooden coffins. Made and shaped around a wooden frame, these wicker coffins were still used up until the 1930s for removing bodies for crime scenes, before body bags became synonymous with the task. We are in the heart of Greer Heritage Museum, and I am here with your local historian, Jonathan Lovegrove. Now, Jonathan, tell me a little bit about the museum.
So we are here in the heart of Greer, and we store Greer's history here at the Greer Heritage Museum. We have a large collection of artifacts and photographs, and we just help share the history of Greer.
Help share the history of Greer and its story. So tell me, what is one of your favorite artifacts here?
Well, I have many favorite artifacts, and one of them is right behind us. This buggy was purchased in the late 1890s, And during that time period, it was right near the transition of cars. So this was the last buggy that this man owned before he transitioned to a car. It's an amazing refurbished artifact, and it's one of my favorites.
Thank you for joining us today as we tour the Greer Heritage Museum. We hope you enjoyed some of their cool exhibits, and we encourage you to stop in here at 106 South Main Street, or make sure you look them up on GreerTidBits or Greer Heritage Museum. Also, I'm Devil David. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button below. And remember, the world is a graveyard. Tread lightly and be respectful.